What's going on, everybody? Liam O'Reilly, Vermont economic realtor. Hope you're doing well. So, on one of my previous videos, I received a comment from a viewer. I think it's the Iami Electric or the Siami Electric. Regardless, I'm butchering that name, but they were asking about the Vermont rental market and the Vermont vacation market. And that's what I'm going to focus on in this video is the vacation market in Vermont. And I think it's going to be a good reflection of the vacation and secondary home market throughout the country because Vermont is the state with the second most vacant homes relative to the overall housing supply, second only to Maine. Now, that doesn't necessarily, the vacant homes isn't just seasonal homes and isn't people who live in them for the winter and then live in them, ski in the winter and then go somewhere else in the summer like they would in towns like Stowe. It also encompasses homes that are distressed and can't be lived in, or properties that are in the process of being built, or properties that are being flipped, homes that are vacant because of rental turnover. So there's a variety of things that play into this, the variety of factors that play into that number. But there's a great article that I'll leave down in the description that VHFA, basically they outline the different sectors of these vacant homes in Vermont, and the majority of them are seasonal though. And when you look at the seasonal markets in Vermont, they generally center around the ski areas. Ludlow, Vermont, Killington, Vermont, and then Stowe, Vermont, which is where I'm going to focus on in this video. When you look at Stowe, there's a couple interesting things about the Stowe market and what's happened in the Stowe market in the past and what recently has happened where the market is currently at. So in the past, if you look at the 07, 08 crash, they had a run up in prices, and then the Stowe itself saw a pretty significant crash. The median home price dropped from 400,000 down to 280,000. So 120,000 in equity. And then it didn't recover for years after that. Now, if you look at where we're at now, Stowe recently saw a massive increase in the median home price. So the median home price increased from, let's see, I have the numbers right here, 491,000 in 2020 to 787,000 in 2022. A 60% increase in 1 year in the median home price, which the median home price throughout Vermont has been going crazy. But if you compare that to Chittenden County increased from 339,000 to 385,000 during that same time. So not nearly that 60% increase that we saw in Stowe in 2021. So, they've increased faster than other markets, most likely because if you think about COVID and the pandemic, a lot of the people that purchase homes in Stowe are people that live and work in large cities. They're people who are successful. It's one of the most expensive towns in Vermont, and a lot of these people use this property as a vacation home. If there were to be another lockdown or and they couldn't, it was uncomfortable to live in the city, having a home in Stowe would be a great thing. They could be away from people. You could isolate if need be and live in a beautiful area. But Stowe, it's not really, there's not a massive economy outside of the vacation market. I mean, if you think about the population of Stowe, for instance, the population of Stowe as of 2020, as of the census data that we have, is around 600 people, which isn't very large. A lot of the population is driven by these people coming in from cities and vacationing there. 60% of the property owners in Stowe don't live there full time. It's their secondary home. So that's the majority. The majority of property owners don't live in Stowe full time. So when you think about that and you think about this massive increase in prices and the potential risks that some people might have as the stock market has gone down, as there's talks of a recession looming, and when you look at how much the price of homes has dropped in Stowe during the last recession, there could be a good opportunity coming up in the future, and there are probably solid opportunities in the market right now when you look at the data. So where the Stowe market is at right now is there are 48 active listings in MLS in Stowe right now. Now, as I mentioned, Stowe has a population of about 600 people. To put that into perspective, Burlington, Vermont, which has a population of around 45,000 people, not huge, but still bigger than 600, Burlington, Vermont only has 28 active listings. So 20 less than Stowe. And they have 45,000 compared to, what did I just say, 600. So, the active listings relative to the population and relative to the general buyer pool out there is significant compared to other markets in Vermont. So that to me strikes, makes it seem like there might be an opportunity here. So digging further into the numbers, if you look at the average number of homes that sell per year in Stowe, over the last 10 years or so, it's fluctuated between a low of around 50 homes per year to a high of around 80 homes per year. So somewhere in that 50 to 80 homes a year is how much they sell. And if there are 50 active listings, or not 50, but 48 active listings on the market, and the low range of sales, home sales in Stowe is 50, not every home that's active on the market right now will sell by the end of the year. There's going to be more listings hitting the market as we move into summer and spring, and there's just not enough buyers. Stowe doesn't do the volume needed to sell, 100 homes per year. They sell between 50 and 80. So looking at what's on the market right now and finding, if you're a buyer, finding the sellers that need to sell, the ones that are listing their home, maybe they're in some sort of financial trouble, or maybe they just, their parent died and the kids want to get rid of this property. The people that need to sell, not the people that are just listing the home because they think it'd be nice to sell, they think now's a good time to sell, or for whatever the reason they want to sell but they don't need to sell. Those people probably are going to end up hanging onto their homes or trying to find different solutions, trying to Airbnb the property out or do something along those lines. The people that need to sell, when they're competing with this massive amount of inventory, and if their home isn't marketed right, or it's not great compared to the other homes in that price range around them, then there might be opportunities for you as a buyer to come in there and, get a good deal. At the same time, if you're a seller right now in Stowe, of the homes that are under contract, so there are 19 properties under contract, 48 on the market, 19 under contract. Of those 19, 5 of them went under contract in under 14 days. So that's about a quarter of the homes that are currently under contract. That tells me that there's still buyers out there. There's still buyers actively looking. They know the inventory. They know what good deals are, and they're waiting for the right listing to hit the market. And when that right listing hits the market, they're ready to go. They're ready to act. So when you bring your listing to the market, making sure that it's, you have professional photos, that your realtor is marketing properly, that you've tidied up and the home is ready to show, that's all going to play a factor into, increase your chances of getting your home under contract sooner and not being one of these sellers that sits on the market, the listing gets stale and is forced to negotiate with a buyer who really wants the home, but doesn't want to purchase it as bad as you want to sell. So pretty interesting data coming out of Stowe. I think as that comment alluded to, it seems like the inventory is increasing in these vacation towns. At least it's increasing in Stowe, which is where we dove into, obviously. And when that increases, there, more opportunities arise, and having your realtor dig into the sellers, where the seller's at, if they're motivated, if they're not motivated, is going to help save you time and help you get a better deal if this is one of the markets that you're looking in. I hope you folks found this video helpful. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with what I'm saying and my analysis of the data? Take a look at the articles that I leave below. All my personal contact information is listed below as well. Feel free to reach out to me privately and let me know your thoughts, or if you're looking for a home in Vermont or anywhere throughout the country, I'd be happy to help you. I can personally help you here in Vermont, and if you're looking throughout the country, I will work to find you a great agent that will take good care of you there. So Liam O'Reilly, Vermont Economic Realtor. I will see you guys in the next video.